Hey guys, so it's been a while, obviously. Um, let's see. I wanted to update you. It's been 3 years maybe now since I made my last video. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers, but sorry I've been away. It's been one of those things where this journey's hard, and I guess I was kind of tired of talking about it. But anyway, update. So the last video I mentioned with the saxenda was that it was kind of on a lull, waiting for it to kick in again. Well, it never kicked in. Sorry. So I only lost those 25 pounds or so. I think I lost, with a combination of exercise and such, maybe another 5 pounds. So I think I got down 30 pounds. But like everything I've tried, I gained it back. And it's super frustrating. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, but everybody has their own story. My story is mostly hormonal. I gave that on my very first video. I recapped sort of how I got here. But here's the thing. I'm a researcher, I'm a scientist, and so I often go to the medical literature. I do a lot of deep dive in the data. I talk to doctors. I have an endocrinologist, and I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to be brutally honest with myself and with you about all of this. And, you know, if you're on a system that's working for you, you go for it. Because I think that with a lot of overweight people, I mean, obviously we got here partly by eating, right? So for me, my hormones went crazy. I had really high testosterone. I had, my thyroid was non-functioning, and this was around when I was 30. And I didn't know what was happening. I mean, I wasn't one of those kids that grew up chubby and always had a battle with my weight. I feel very fortunate for that, right? Because I have some good memories, and I wasn't bullied for that and things like that. Not that I wasn't bullied, but so I didn't really know what was happening to me. I know that I wasn't eating perfect, right? Like sodas here and there and things like that. But I had changed all that actually around the same time, because my father had a heart attack and he had high cholesterol. No, sorry. He had a heart attack and he didn't have high cholesterol, and he was kind of young. So I went to my doctor and I'm like, what's up? Like, I want to make sure that I'm, you know, not predisposed, or that I'm doing everything I can. And he was like, well, people, because I said I eat low fat, and he's like, people think low fat is the enemy, and it's not. It's actually sugar, and I was eating too much sugar. So from that day forward, I never drank a soda again, and my eating habits changed for the better. So I am now quite a bit older. So I am 49. It's been a long time since I started gaining weight, and this is what I hear: once you gain the weight, it's super hard to get it off. So once my hormones went nuts, and I was eating more than I needed to eat, and my hunger was out of control, I went to an endocrinologist, and they're like, yeah, you have this really bad combo of the high testosterone plus the thyroid, so your body thinks you can eat like a man, but you can't. Anyway, ever since then, it's been a pain in the ass to lose weight. Like literally, it's very hard to lose weight, and I can't get that weight off that I gained initially. Like, I think over all these years, I've learned how to eat well. I'm not that much of an emotional eater. Yes, we all indulge and have, you know, an emotional, I don't know, cookie or whatever, right? Like, I'm not immune to that, but that wasn't my main problem, like significant eating disorders. So I feel fortunate in that, and I try to eat a lot more vegetables. I did paleo a couple years ago, which was for about a year, which was quite successful for me with losing weight. I again lost that 30 pounds. It was great. I loved it, but I ended up having to have my gallbladder out because of the amount of fat I was eating as well. And so since then, I've just tried to eat very whole foods healthy, you know, and balanced, you know, lots of veggies. I don't eat as much meat as I used to eat because I got kind of sick of it, but I eat a lot of protein with kale and berries, shakes, you know, and I don't have really snacks in my house and things like that. I eat fruit, I eat eggs, I eat vegetables, I eat, I'll eat, you know, a healthy olive oil pasta or something like that occasionally, but I don't I don't worry about the carbs as much. I try to just be sort of macro conscious, and be having enough protein and healthy fat and sort of a third, or a little bit more of the protein kind of thing, and eat a lot of plant-based foods. I don't eat processed foods. So I'm actually super healthy. Like when I go to the doctor and my endocrinologist, they're like, look, your cholesterol's fantastic. My heart rate's low. I'm healthy, but I'm fat. And it really annoys me. And I'm getting older. And what I've noticed, of course, as a lot of you probably have noticed, is that you can't avoid the impact of weight on your body. And so I have arthritis in my feet. I used to be really athletic, and I can't do those things anymore without hurting myself. I got plantar fasciitis in both feet. Oh my God. Any of you have done that? Jesus. That was and I literally just got over that like 6 months ago. I worked so hard to heal those feet. I mean, I stretched my calves. I strengthened my ankles. I stretched my feet. But man, a lot of people get plantar fasciitis, even thin people, but come on, there's no way. My doctor's like, yeah, weight has an impact on your plantar fascia. Anyway, my point is that I'd like to do more athletic things. My body's in the way, you know what I mean? And even my endocrinologist said that there's a lot of research out there, and I've done the research, and like the Biggest Loser people, how they've actually gained, lost a bunch of weight, right? And they've actually gone in there and done hormonal testing on these people. And they have found that after they've lost all that weight and they're skinny, they've actually have a lower metabolism now, even despite the muscle gain and all that stuff, because your body goes into that fight or flight, right? Goes into that protective mode, right? Where it's trying to prevent you from starving again, so it lowers your metabolism. And so that's why there's a really high regain weight for those people. Okay, long story short, sorry about all the diversions, but I wanted to sort of give you my mindset for all of this. The reality is very few people actually lose all the weight and keep it off, no matter what you try. And so since the saxenda, I've tried a few things. I've done some of the other, I tried Belvique, and again, I could lose about 20 pounds and then it would stop. I tried I attempted the Kismia pill, but it was like my brain was off. It was awful, so I did not continue with that. So I've tried everything there pretty much is in terms of like weight loss pills or whatever else, and I just kind of have accepted that, I can up my exercise, I can, count my calories, but your body doesn't like to starve. Like, your body's going to fight it eventually. So even when I keep my calories low, I would literally probably have to keep my calorie low the rest of my life, which is physiologically quite impossible in terms of your body. Your brain is telling you, eat, right? You're starving. It's really hard. Anyway, I talked to my doctor, my endocrinologist, about a lot of this, and I'm kind of, they're under the impression that, oh, you're healthy, you just try your best, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I believe that I've done some research, and I think I'm going to go for the gastric sleeve because it's not going to get any easier as I get older. I would like to be able to lose the bulk of the weight so that I can feel safer, so that if I don't fall as I get older and I hurt myself, so that I lower my risk of cancer and things like that. I really don't want to go into my older years and have this weight on me. It bothers me. Of course, it made my life a lot easier as well, right, to be thinner. But I'm worried. I'm worried, and I want to try to get rid of it. Now, my BMI is like 39, so it's right at the point where the sleeve is supposed to be super successful. I don't want to do major surgery and do the other one for many reasons, but the sleeve seems like I've done a lot of research on it, and it's safe. It's relatively safe and effective. It's certainly effective if you have a lower BMI, actually. It's more successful for people who have 39 and below BMI. They don't really know why, but it can be quite successful. So I'm just starting this journey, and I will keep you updated. I'm gonna stop the video now because it's a little too short. So I'm sorry, it's a little too long. So I'm gonna stop this and continue updating you, talking to you about it. If you have questions, let me know. But this is my new journey. Bye.